In the world of missing person stories, few are as strange or unsettling as what happened in 2010 on the slopes of California's Mount Shasta. A 3-year-old boy vanished from camp, then reappeared with a bizarre story about being taken underground by something he called Robot Grandma. This is the story of Indiana Worsham, and why his disappearance still haunts investigators, researchers, and anyone fascinated by the mysteries of the wilderness. Mount Shasta has long carried a reputation for strangeness. Native legends speak of spirits and hidden civilizations. UFO enthusiasts claim it's a hotspot, and hikers whisper about strange lights in the sky. Against that backdrop, Indiana's story begins. In early October 2010, Indiana and his family were camping at McBride Springs Campground. His parents left him with his great-grandfather, Papa Les, while they worked around camp. At some point, Indiana wandered off. Searchers later reported that Papa Les had dozed off briefly. When he woke, the boy was gone. Panic spread through the family. They combed the forest, calling his name. Nothing. By evening, the Siskiyou County Sheriff's Office had organized a search and rescue operation. Dozens of volunteers, dogs, and helicopters scoured the woods. For nearly 5 hours, there was no sign of Indiana. Then, as night closed in, rescuers suddenly found him, standing calmly in a clearing a short distance from camp. He wasn't injured, scratched, or cold, just a little dazed. When asked what happened, Indiana said something his family would never forget. Indiana told his parents and investigators that he had been taken by another Grandma Cappy. At first, they thought he meant his grandmother, who was also camping nearby. But Indiana clarified, greater than, no, not my grandma, the other Grandma Cappy, the one that looked like her, but was a robot. He said Robot Grandma led him deep into the woods and into a dark cave or underground room. Inside, he saw strange things, lights that didn't look like flashlights and people or figures who weren't quite human. He claimed the robot tried to make him defecate on a piece of sticky paper and that there were odd items scattered around, like weapons and purses. At some point, he fell asleep or blacked out. When he woke, he was lying in the woods where searchers later found him. For a 3-year-old, the story was unusually detailed and deeply unsettling. Skeptics argue that Indiana may have wandered down a nearby trail. To a toddler, a long stretch of forest can feel endless. Perhaps he imagined or dreamed parts of his ordeal. But others note the strange consistency in his account. He repeated the same details. Robot Grandma, the sticky paper, the underground cave, multiple times to different people. It was too elaborate, some argue, to be dismissed as the imagination of a toddler. The story spread, first among family and locals, then years later, across forums like Above Top Secret, in David Paulides' Missing 411 books, and eventually on TV shows like Paranormal Witness. By then, Indiana's mother, Kelsey, had given her own account. She remembered her son's words vividly. When she asked if he meant her mother, his real grandma, Indiana shook his head. No, the other one, the robot one. Even she admitted it was hard to dismiss. For paranormal researchers, this story became one of Mount Shasta's strangest modern legends. Some linked it to UFO abductions, screen memories, where aliens disguised themselves as familiar people. Others suggested secret government experiments in underground bases. More mystical explanations point to Mount Shasta's reputation in native tradition, a place of spirits, watchers, and hidden dwellers beneath the mountain. Whatever the truth, Robot Grandma became shorthand for one of the most bizarre child disappearance stories on record. Years later, YouTubers and researchers have retraced the story, visiting McBride Springs Campground and the surrounding trails. The geography adds to the mystery. From camp, trails lead into steep, forested terrain and rocky outcroppings. Searchers in 2010 would have scoured every inch, but caves and crevices still dot the landscape. Could Indiana have stumbled into one or been guided? No evidence of an underground base has ever surfaced, but the legend persists. So what happened to Indiana Worsham on Mount Shasta that October afternoon? A simple case of a child wandering off, later overlaid with imagination? Or a brush with something stranger? An encounter that echoes abduction stories told around the world? Indiana himself is now a teenager, But the case still fascinates researchers, skeptics, and storytellers alike. And in the end, the question remains. When he said, "I don't like the other Grandma Cappy. She's a robot," was that the wild imagination of a child? Or a chilling glimpse into something hidden beneath the mountain? If you enjoyed this story and want more deep dives into the strangest mysteries of the wild, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your theories below. Do you think Indiana simply wandered off? Or was there really a robot grandma?